So and keep your hands clean.
Yes.
Wash your hands.
All right.
often.
So this is the cover that we created right here. The thing you want to do with this is use your shaded rulers, which you could buy at the bookstore. And if you have N, you probably have it already.
How much are they?
$30, I believe. 35. It's kind of pricey, but it's well worth the price.
You don't use the hands. No, they're great.
The thing you want to know about the use of these rulers is that it goes down to the 32nd of an inch, which is essential, especially when it comes to measuring each page. At least the what is it? The end, the spine. Yes. Anyway.
Oh my God, book demo.
Oh no. All right, so this is an extra sheet of paper that I used to take notes. So when I measured this, it came out to 13 and 32nd of an inch thick. After you measure just the spine itself, you want to include a 1/32 of an inch when you use your bone folding tool to allow for the bend that is going to occur. After that, you want to then measure about a 1/4 inch or 0.25 of an inch off the edge of the 1/32 of an inch. Does that make sense?
What? What's that what for?
All those measurements is now placed in the center. So after you measure those three measurements, you then measure the width, the length of your book itself. So in this case, it's 9 3/4. After you add all those together, you apply those calculations onto this book page itself. And you want to then use the same exact glue that you used for the binding to create the cover itself. In this case, it's going to fold like this.
What was the extra 1/4 of an inch for?
The extra quarter. The 1/4 of an inch is when you glue, it's gonna stay on the book itself.
Are you putting glue over there?
Yeah. The glue is used for the bind to keep this onto the book itself. So in this case, this is how it's gonna open up. So this part is gonna stay onto the book, and this becomes your cover itself. So using this glue, you apply the glue in this part, these 3 folds right here. These are the 3 measurements that we had marked down a while ago, which is the 13 and 3/4 and so forth. One passing of the glue is just about enough. You don't want to put too much.
Depends how
So
much
really thin coat.
you put.
So there's just enough glue
Yeah.
here. And then you place it on top here. Sure it's enough. Make sure that there's contact within the spine as well as the pages itself. And then once you're done, you just let it set. Like, don't even touch it, because the glue needs to set. And that's about
No, and then you cut it.
it. Yes. And then you go to Kinko's and cut it. For this thick of a book, I don't recommend cutting it yourself, because there is a high chance of error, especially since the pages will start to move when you cut. So it'll go like this. So by going to Kinko's, they'll be able to put it onto the saw, or not the saw, but the cutting tool, and then give you as straight as an edge as possible. And this is the straight edge that they'll be using it.
You can go to Kinko's just to get things cut.
What is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have a machine there. It's kind of like this box thing where they slide it in to the exact. I think they can go. The smallest they can go up to, I think, is 1/8, and then or larger, and they slide it in, and this huge kind of like guillotine just goes, and you get like this perfect cut, like something you couldn't get by hand. But I think they charge $1.50 per cut. But just take your item over there and just tell them, can I get this cut down? How many cuts by how much? Your own measure.
So because you have to Because you have to cut it down. Like you don't want to have your document to size. You want to have it a little bigger so that you can cut it down.
The only thing pre-cut is the one that's going to be bound within this page. So,
Also, another thing to consider is your gutter. You want to tell them about the gutter?
um,
Like you don't want to have text like in the middle
oh yeah.
of your page
The problem with
between spreads.
yeah. The problem with having the text or an image within the gutter is that if they overlap onto on both pages, with the glue there is a chance that it'll stick. So say like the glue went as far as here, your images won't match up. So always take that into consideration. I don't know. I would say like you could get away with a quarter of an inch. Like don't go under that. Yeah, that's also important too.
Also, you should practice before you do your actual thing because there is a chance that it will come apart.
Yeah. The thing that you would want to practice the most would probably be the actual clipping of your book and with the clamp itself, because that straight edge is the most important, and that's where the most errors can occur.